Hey there listeners, Patrick G here. Before we jump into this week's episode on packing groups, I just wanted to fill you in on a little promotion we're running to get the podcast into as many ears as possible. We're giving away a $400 Airbnb voucher for anyone who subscribes, rates or reviews the podcast and submits a screenshot of that action along with their contact details to hello@storemaster.com.au before Thursday the 5th of June. The winner will be selected at random and contacted by phone and email, so simply connect with the podcast, email us a screenshot of your action and contact number and you'll be in the draw to win. Find us on any of our social pages, that's LinkedIn, Facebook or Instagram for all of the T's and C's that apply. Good luck. Now let's dive into the episode. Hey there, and welcome to Chemical Safety at Work, the podcast that helps you understand dangerous goods, manage risk, and build safer workplaces. I'm Patrick G, and today we're getting into something that's often overlooked, but absolutely essential if you're working with flammable liquids. That's packing groups. Now, if you've ever looked at a safety data sheet and seen Packing Group 2 or PG3 and wondered what that really means for your site, this episode is for you. Let's dive into what packing groups are, why they matter, and how they affect everything from your storage requirements to your separation distances. So what is a packing group? A packing group is a classification used to describe the degree of danger associated with a dangerous good during transport. They're part of the Australian Dangerous Goods Code, the ADG code, and they apply across a range of substances including Class 3 flammable liquids like ethanol, acetone, and methanol. Packing groups are shown in Roman numerals from 1 to 3. Packing Group 1 is high danger, Packing Group 2 is medium danger, and Packing Group 3 is low danger. Understanding the packing group assigned to your flammable liquid tells you how dangerous it is to move and can also influence how you're allowed to store it, especially when it comes to things like minor storage and separation distances. Packing groups help ensure that dangerous goods are transported safely both within Australia and internationally. The system is based on the UN Model Regulations, which provides standardised rules for packaging, labelling and containment of hazardous chemicals. But here's the thing. They don't just apply during transport. The packing group of your chemical also plays a role in determining how much of the substance you can store in a minor storage area, how far your chemical store needs to be from protected places like offices or break rooms, and what kind of packaging and labelling is required to meet compliance. If you're not factoring in packing group when making decisions about chemical safety, you are flying blind. Let's look specifically at flammable liquids. Their packing group is determined by two key things: flash point, which is the lowest temperature at which the liquid gives off enough vapour to ignite, and initial boiling point, the temperature at which the liquid begins to boil. Here's the breakdown. Packing Group 1, high danger, flash point less than 23 degrees Celsius and boiling point less than or equal to 35 degrees Celsius. Packing Group 2, medium danger, flash point less than 23 degrees Celsius, but boiling point greater than 35 degrees Celsius. Packing Group 3, low danger, flash point equal or greater than 23 degrees Celsius and less than or equal to 60 degrees Celsius. If the flash point is greater than 60 degrees Celsius but less than 93 degrees Celsius, you're likely dealing with a GHS Category 4 flammable liquid, not assigned a packing group, but still considered hazardous under workplace chemical safety laws. You might have heard of GHS, the globally harmonised system for classifying and labelling chemicals. So how does that compare to the ADG code? Here's the simple version. GHS applies to hazardous chemicals in workplaces, covering storage, use, and health risks. ADG applies to the transport of dangerous goods, including packaging, labelling, and placarding. When it comes to flammable liquids, their GHS categories align closely with their ADG packing groups. GHS 1 is equal to Packing Group 1, GHS 2 equal to Packing Group 2, and GHS3 is equal to packing group 3. So while the systems serve different purposes, they work together to keep your site safe and compliant. Let's take a look at a few common chemicals and their packing groups. Diethyl ether, packing group 1. Acetone, packing group 2. Methanol, packing group 2. And ethanol, packing group 2. Now remember, you'll find the packing group in section 14 of your chemicals safety datasheet. That's the section that deals with transport information. And for hazard identification, head to section 2. Always refer to your safety datasheet before moving, using or storing any dangerous goods. It's your key to understanding what you're working with. The packing group of a flammable liquid also impacts how much you're allowed to store, especially in minor storage areas. For example, packing group 1 liquids in containers larger than 2.5 litres generally shouldn't be kept in minor storage areas unless they're essential to daily operations and handled by trained personnel. Packing group can also affect spill containment requirements, storage cabinet design, and separation distances from public spaces, walkways, or protected areas. So again, understanding your chemicals packing group is about more than just transport. It's about total site safety. So let's wrap up. Packing groups tell you how dangerous a substance is during transport, but they also influence how you store, handle, and manage that substance day to day. For flammable liquids, packing group 1 is high danger, packing group 2 means medium danger, and packing group 3 is low danger. You can find the packing group on the SDS, and if you're not sure, check the ADG code or talk to a dangerous goods consultant. That's it for this episode of Chemical Safety at Work. If you found this week's episode helpful, please subscribe to Chemical Safety at Work on your favourite podcast platform and rate or leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you, so send us a message and let us know if there are any topics you'd love us to dive into. As always, stay safe, stay compliant, and remember, every label, every SDS, and every storage decision matters. Catch you next time.